Notice that I have the batteries back in my lights again. Hi beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about my current beauty favorites. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me for today's video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. We're kind of in the middle of October, so these are sort of like my September favorites, but because I'm so late, just calling them current beauty favorites. Let's go ahead and dive into today's video. I always say I don't think that I have that many favorites because I tried to not put a lot of repeats over here. But sometimes I have more than I think I have. The first product that I want to mention, I've talked to you guys about, but it's been a while. I've been reaching for this a lot lately and I just had to share it with you again. This is Victoria Beckham by Augustine Bader, and this is a cell rejuvenating priming moisturizer, and this one is in the shade Golden, and I actually have this on today as my primer, and I absolutely think the packaging of this product is exquisite. It's just so beautiful. The only thing that I hate is I can't tell when I'm about to be empty. And I think I'm getting close because I actually like pumped a little bit a second ago and thought, oh my gosh, am I getting empty? So I'm just going to put the smallest amount here on my hand so that you guys can see what this primer is all about. So it's a moisturizer and it has this golden tint. So when you put this all over, it's going to give you like this beautiful illumination. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Do you see this? Wow. For people who have this young, poreless skin, you probably could just apply something like this all over and head out the door. But it's a nice primer underneath your foundation. And as the day goes on, your skin will begin to have a little bit of radiance and you'll start to see that radiance underneath your foundation, and it is absolutely stunning. So I really like this. Whenever I purchase a priming moisturizer, I sometimes think it's gonna get oily, and especially something like this that has this type of sheen, you think, am I going to look oily by the end of the day? But that's not the case. This actually adds to the longevity of my makeup while also giving me a beautiful radiance. This primer is outstanding. It's a luxury product, so it is a little bit expensive. You don't get much, but this is just something nice to have in your collection, and I try to use it sparingly, but lately I have been reaching for it a little bit. I'm getting close to empty and I will purchase this again. It's amazing. The powder that I've been using for the last couple of months ever since I purchased it is by HUDA Beauty, and it is Cherry Blossom Cake, and it is a pink powder. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. There you go. This is a pink powder and it's like a brightening powder. This is my Cherry Blossom, and then this is the Banana Bread shade, and I think that they perform similarly, and I do think that the Cherry Blossom does brighten a little bit, but if I have to be honest, guys, when I finish the Cherry Blossom, I probably will just continue to buy my Banana Bread because I don't know that I could tell as big of a difference with my particular makeup application. I just don't know that it was that big of a difference between my regular one. But the reason it's in my favorites is I have been using it, and it still is the best powder, you know, for locking in your makeup, for giving you that airbrush finish. It does all of the same things that my Huda powder does in Banana Bread. It just doesn't seem to make that huge of a difference for me. So it was really hyped up. A lot of people talked about this for brightening, and if you have this powder, please share with me your experience. Can you really tell a big difference in how bright your skin looks? Or, you know, did it look any different than your other Huda powder? I would love to know. It's the powder that I use today. It looks great, but this one would have looked great as well. But I did want to let you know it is good. I will just still probably continue to buy my same Banana Bread in the future. I don't know if that helps you. The foundation that I have been reaching for that is sort of shocking me because I didn't think I liked it that much in the beginning. But now I really like it. And it's the foundation that I'm wearing today. All right, this is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Skin Finish. And the shade I have it in is Gingerbread 430N. I don't know what made me finally reach for it again. I reviewed this here on my channel along with the concealer, and I liked it pretty well, but I wasn't reaching for it all the time. Sometime in the last couple of months, I just started reaching for it a lot and have fallen in love with it. It just wears so beautifully, and it is so fast. So I think that's one of the reasons I like it. And I'm going to put this on kind of on top of that primer I just applied. And I really like the shade match for myself. It's a neutral shade, but it is deep enough for me and kind of works all year round. So it looks very pretty on my skin. It just blended right into my hand, and it just looks great. It looked wonderful on top of this primer, didn't it, guys? Just, whew. I mean, look at that. That just sort of covered all of my imperfections, and it just looks great and very natural. It is a creamy consistency as far as easily blended on my skin. It just doesn't take very much effort to blend it out, but it's not too creamy, and it is long wearing in my opinion. So I just love the finish that I get, and it was in my collection for a long time before I started reaching for it. But now that I have kind of got hip to it, I'm here to tell you guys this is amazing foundation. Love this. I have a couple of concealers. The first one I want to talk about is this one by Bobbi Brown. This is nothing new, I don't think. It's just new to my collection. I purchased mine in Warm Natural. This is the Skin Full Coverage Concealer. I do wish it was a little deeper. I wasn't sure when I purchased it. I feel like I might have purchased it online. I wasn't sure of the shade, and it looks really light on camera. But it is a pretty similar shade to many other concealers that I wear, but I may try it in a little darker shade the next time I purchase it. But it tends to kind of blend out pretty well once I blend it out underneath my eye. It's not the one that I'm wearing today, but I just have enjoyed this concealer. It is such a great full coverage concealer. It doesn't crease. That looks really light. I'm so sorry. It really does blend out pretty well. And whenever I do feel like it's too bright, I add a darker concealer to it to kind of make it look a little darker. But it is just a really great full coverage concealer that doesn't crease or settle into my fine lines. And I have really enjoyed it a lot. When I purchased this one, I actually had this concealer along with the next one that I'm going to share. I was reaching for this one more, even though it wasn't anything that was new. It wasn't a new launch. It was just something that I wanted to try. And I found myself reaching for this all the time and was just loving the results. So this is a really great full coverage concealer for all of you gals that love full coverage concealer. This one is a winner. The other concealer that I picked up around the same time, and I was kind of alternating between the two, but still found myself wearing the Bobbi Brown more, is the Prisme Libre Skin Caring Concealer. And this one is by Givenchy. It is a relatively new launch, and it is the concealer that I have on today. I did put on a color corrector underneath, and I have been trying to do that a little bit more with a lot of my concealers just because I have dark circles. It helps to conceal my dark circles if I put a color corrector on first and then my concealer. This one is in the shade, guys, N312. Again, it was another one that I purchased online, and it's similar to the other one by Bobbi Brown, I think, except it's a little peachy and maybe a little bit deeper, just a little bit deeper. And actually, sometimes I have mixed this one with the Bobbi Brown. This one does kind of give you that skin caring feel. It's a very creamy formula, and what I find when I wear this one is that I get this really pretty kind of glow or brightening effect wherever I apply it. It's this skin-like kind of creamy, buttery appearance to me. If you like for your makeup to kind of remind you of skincare, then you might would enjoy this. It's $37, so that's not too bad for a brand such as Givenchy. I think it's a beautiful package, and I think it's a very effective concealer, and I enjoy it a lot. I've just really enjoyed the kind of feel that I get when I wear it. It's very lightweight, feels like you have nothing on, and it just makes your skin look better. So really have been loving this one by Givenchy. We're moving along. Rolling. Okay. I think I probably mentioned this foundation in a previous favorites, but I did want to talk about it again. This is the L'Oreal True Match foundation, and my shade is N7. It's the same shade that I wore in the previous formula. I love this. I think that it just offers really great coverage. Like, I have a couple of spots here, and you probably can see them now. I tried to conceal them, but I just didn't want to keep piling on makeup. Whenever I wear this foundation, it does a better job of covering those spots without me having to really add anything to conceal than some of my other foundations. And it just looks very high end for it to be a drugstore foundation. Actually, one of my favorite drugstore foundations right now. Is just amazing, and I reach for it a lot over my high-end foundations. I don't wear as much drugstore makeup. You guys know I like the luxury brands, the high-end brands, but if I do find a drugstore product and I recommend it to you, it is probably very good. I think I filmed a trying new makeup video a while ago, and it might have been mostly drugstore products, and I was trying this foundation, so you can check that out here on my channel if you'd like to see how it looks on me. But this is amazing foundation. I'm gonna switch gears and do a little bit of hair care and skincare, and then we'll come back to makeup. Okay, one thing that I will say, guys, I want to give you guys like a quick update on my keratin. So I did my keratin treatment a couple of months ago. I started wearing my hair straight recently, a couple of weeks in a row. I wanted to get my hair trimmed, so I recently trimmed my hair. When you shampoo your hair and you straighten it again, it's as if it sort of rejuvenates that keratin that's in your hair, and it sort of brings it back to life when you add the heat. If that makes sense. So I like to wear my hair curly. It's faster, it's easier, but I do like the option of wearing my hair straight. So I just haven't been wearing it straight lately. I've been wearing it curly, but I noticed that my curls were kind of coming back. It was getting super curly on the ends, and I didn't want to, I'm like, I'm not ready to put another treatment in, but I straightened my hair for a couple of weeks, and then when I shampooed my hair after and wore it curly, the curls were looser again. So the curls were sort of back in their like wavier state versus being tighter. So I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that if you're a person who tried this keratin treatment, that if you do decide to wear your hair natural, in your natural state, that if you want to kind of jumpstart that keratin again, to just straighten it again, and it will sort of loosen the curls again. So did want to give you guys that update. But one thing that I have been using a lot of recently on my curly hair is this Design Essentials Botanical Oils. It's a hair and body moisturizer actually, and I haven't been using it on my body, but I probably need to try it. It's just a oil. I have been using this a lot on my wavy hair and just loving the results. It's just been kind of keeping the frizz down. My hair is soft. It has the perfect amount of shine, but not too much, not heavy. So I don't know how well this will work or what it's going to be like on my hair when it's straight. I don't know if it's going to be heavy or light. I just know that I have been using it on my natural hair and have enjoyed it a lot. And it is by Design Essentials, and I love Design Essential products. So just wanted to pass that along. Both of these products were sent to me from Design Essentials to review, but it's been a while, so I don't have to be talking to you guys about these products, but I really have enjoyed both of them. This is the Coconut and Monoi Deep Moisture Milk Souffle. And let me see what else it says here about it. A triple dose of nourishing botanicals for layers of hydration, softness, and shine. This is for dull, dry, thirsty hair. And it says natural hair on it. It's not really a product like for making your hair curl. or any of that, but it is so great on my natural hair. You just put a little bit, and it smells amazing too. You just put a little bit, and it just adds, again, the perfect amount of hydration to my hair, and I really don't have to use like a curling pudding or anything like that. Today, I think all I have on my hair are these two products, and maybe you guys think maybe you need a little bit more. I don't know. It's just got a little wave, not super curly, not really shiny. I shampooed it today and then just put these two products in my hair. I like it. It's lightweight. I just enjoy both of those products on my curly hair. For my straight hair, I purchased this during a Sephora VIB sale, I believe, and maybe the last one they had. And this is the Oribe Superfine Hairspray. I was just looking for another holding spray. I'm particular about holding spray. I want something that holds my hair, gets rid of frizz or flyaways, but I can comb through it later. I can straighten it the next day, and I'm not having all of this residue left behind from the previous day when I used the hairspray. So I got this because I actually have a couple of other products that I've used from Oribe and I like it. I've liked those other products by Oribe, so I thought I would try this, and it is really good. Was I influenced to buy this? Maybe I heard about it from someone else, but it is a very super fine spray. I will spray it here. Very nice continuous spray. It has that Oribe fragrance, but not too overpowering. I filmed a video where I reviewed a blow dryer, and I straightened my hair off camera and then came back, and you guys got to see the final result. And I used this hairspray, and I just felt like up until I used this spray as the last step, like the last thing I sprayed on my hair, it wasn't quite finished. But then once I put this on my hair, everything was just perfect. It's a holding spray, but it was just the nice finishing touch at the end. Well, if you're looking for a good holding spray, this one is great. I will definitely buy this again and again and again. It's like my new favorite. Now on to a little bit of body. A recent haul video, I talked about this brand OSEA. One of their body butters was on sale during 21 Days of Beauty. I missed it, so I went to their website and I bought a bunch of products. I have thoroughly enjoyed this. This is the one I keep here, and I have one at my work home that I've used even more. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to start slowing down because you can empty these body oils pretty quickly. But I really like using this after the shower and putting it on before my skin is dry. It just absorbs into the skin so well with water. It does the same as probably other body oils do, but I just find that my skin feels so soft for so long after using this. I just love the way my skin feels. So it's just a really nice body oil. I love the fragrance of it, but I look forward to wearing this every day. I'm probably going to have to stop wearing it every day because it's going to empty, but I really have enjoyed this body oil, and it is called the, I can't see this, Undaria Algae Body Oil. I think is what it's called, and it's by OSEA. I'll link it down below. I was sent this a while ago, and I didn't come back and kind of talk about it because I need time with skincare. I need time with it. It says Brighten Plus Reform Power Without the Peel, and it is Josie Maran Argan Pro-Retinol Megamoisture Face Cream. And I just had a comment. It's so ironic that I had this to share in my favorites because someone commented on a video where I was unboxing this and wondered if there were enough actives to really do anything. And I was like, I don't know, but my skin loves this. I have enjoyed it, and it is so hard when I'm sharing with you guys about skincare because I just feel like it is very difficult to tell sometimes, other than like I'm not breaking out, or if you happen to notice your pores shrinking, or it's hard to tell sometimes with skincare if it's making the difference you really want to see it make. I just know that I looked forward to applying this to my skin every night. I have reached for it quite a bit. The next moisturizer that I'm going to talk to you guys about, I kind of switched over and started using that one. I had put off using it and I was really excited to start using that. So I will go back to adding this one to my routine at some point in the future, but I wanted you to see here that I have used about half of it, and I used it every night, and I wasn't getting any type of irritation or having any type of issues with this product as a result of it having retinol in it. But I can't say for certain if I would say it did everything that a normal retinol will do. But if you're looking to add retinol to your skincare, but it is too harsh for you and you'd like to get the benefits of retinol, then this might be something worth trying for you. The other product that I wanted to mention to you guys, I saved for a while and haven't been using this because I was trying to use the Josie Maran, but I was seeing it was going to take me too long to empty the Josie Maran, and I just couldn't wait any longer. I purchased during last year's event this large size of the La Mer, and it comes with this little spatula here, a little spoon. This is La Mer, the Moisturizing Soft Cream. So it's not the heavier cream. This one is a little better if you have combination skin or oily skin, normal, where there's another one that is a little heavier for dry skin. It's white, and so I don't know how much you can see, but I've used not quite half, maybe I don't know, a third of it, and I love this. I love this. I wish I could like use it for a year so that I could really tell whether it's got this miracle broth, whether it's really doing what it should be doing for my skin. But I just love how it feels when I apply this moisturizer. Like, you know, there are some moisturizers that it's like, meh, you know, when you apply it, but others, when you rub it into your skin, you just feel like you're having a whole experience, and that is what this one does for me. It's just a whole experience. And actually, the Josie Maran, you get an experience with that too. It feels very, it's a whipped souffle feeling, so it feels very creamy as well. So I'm not sure yet whether I will do this 2 years in a row. I want to, like, I want to buy another one, but I actually just purchased another kind of high-end, I think it was by Dermalogica, but I purchased another high-end moisturizer during Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, so I don't really have a need for another La Mer right now, but I know I'm going to empty this before the next sale, and should I buy it again? But this was, I think, $200+. It's $200. Okay. It's just $200. The 1 ounce size is $200. So that was why I purchased it on sale, because every time I would buy the La Mer soft cream, I would always buy like the half ounce, like this really small size. It didn't last very long, and I'd have one, use it for a month, and then I'm done. And I couldn't really tell what it was doing. And so what's the point? So I wanted to buy a larger size so I could use it for a longer consistent period of time to really be able to tell the difference. And I just feel like my skin has been happy. My skin has been happy since I incorporated this, but I'm not sure yet if it's better than other moisturizers. So I will continue to use it. I'm just gonna keep forging along and not stop using it until it's empty. That's my plan, is just to keep going until I empty it so I can really see the true benefits of the product. But I just know it feels amazing, and it was worth the high price tag for me. Again, I got it 20% off. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do that again. We'll see. I have one fragrance that I want to mention, and then we'll be back to makeup. This is the Coach Dreams Sunset. The packaging is just absolutely beautiful, just my speed for sure. I love that ombre effect. The only thing I didn't love about it, and still don't really, I'm not a big fan of, is the fact that you have to take this plastic off, and that's how you spray, and then you gotta search around and figure out where does it spray out of before you can use it. But the smell itself, It's just this nice fruity yet powder. I feel it seems like it has a fresh but fruity floral smell or something. I don't know. I love it though. I just have enjoyed it, and I'll pop the notes up of this fragrance, but it is a really nice one. I got this half off, so that's amazing that I didn't have to pay full price for it, and worth every penny that I spent on it. So I just wanted to tell you guys this is a really lovely fragrance if you're able to check it out. Sometimes you can go in and get samples of fragrances and just they'll give you a sample of it if you'd like to find out what this smells like, but it is very lovely. Even the box that it came in is just really pretty. It's got like this really pretty rose gold sparkle. It's just a lovely fragrance. Have really enjoyed this. I haven't had it long, but I was so impressed with it I had to come back and tell you guys. I purchased this Pat McGrath Divine Bronzer. I always leave my Pat McGrath products in the box. This one is a little bit dark for me. It is Divine Bronzer in Bronze Divinity. There's another shade, I think, that when I went to Pat McGrath's website, that is the shade before this one, that looks like it might be a better match for me than this one, but I already had this one and I was okay with it. Like, I just stayed with this, and maybe when she has a sale or I just feel in the mood, I'll purchase the other shade too. Who knows? I don't know. Who knows what future me will do. This one kind of has a little bit darker kind of tint to it and has a little more red in it. And I actually have some other bronzers that look like this too that I purchased. I think there's, I have a Lawless bronzer that looks a lot like this color. So it's okay to have some in your collection that look different than others. So I have been reaching for this bronzer a lot. I have it on today. It's great if you kind of like using your bronzer as that in that dual role as a contour bronzer. It's really bronzer, but you know, some of us like to skip steps. And so we'll kind of contour our face with our bronzer. And I do that a lot. And this kind of gives me the option to do that. It's a little deeper and allows me to do that. I do have a little bit of powder contour on, but most of what you see here is this bronzer. And it's just like, see. It's really powerful, although these brushes by Sonia G are like absolutely amazing. You see how easily it picked up that bronzer, so I'll just blend that little bit out that I just put there and try to blend it over both sides here. But it's just gorgeous. It just is a really beautiful bronzer, and I have reached for it quite a bit in the last couple of months. I don't even have the embossing on it anymore. I've worn it so much, and I have had a good experience with the Pat McGrath bronzer. So fantastic bronzer. Not going to talk about these a lot. I have mentioned them before. I have reached for the House Lab blush. It really doesn't look that bright on your cheeks, but I would wear this more when I'm wearing like purples and berry color clothings and pinks, things that I felt like matched a lot. Dragon Fruit Days is the shade here, and beautiful, beautiful blush. Looks great on the cheeks. I will never use this much blush. I do wish it was just a little smaller, but love that blush. This Dior blush that's like a viral sensation. I just love reaching for this one, and it is just the shade pink, but it is similar to the House Labs one, except this one just seems to go well with everything for me. It doesn't look like this on my cheeks. It just looks natural, like a natural flush. Love this blush, still reaching for it like crazy. And then another blush that I haven't talked to you guys about very much is the Gucci blush. And I love this one as well. And it's sort of a kind of coral color. And I've really been into the pink blushes a lot, and so I've been wearing those a little bit more. I also love the formula of this blush. It's beautiful. The packaging is wonderful. I might have gotten all of them around the same time, and they were all fantastic purchases. So it just depends on what you like. but they're all amazing. The one that I probably wear the most is the one by Dior, but they're all great. I did a review on some Laura Geller products. Yeah, Laura Geller. Yeah, I did. This is the Italian Marble Blush Stick. Picked up this shade because I think a lot of the other ones were sold out, and I thought that this one would be pretty on me. And it's sort of like this kind of red, deep color. Oh, I love this with my cream blushes, because I always think, you know, cream products are so much trouble, but I've just been taking my brush like this and just like blending it out. You know, once I get it on the brush, I just sort of blend it out on my cheek. And so this is what it looks like on my hand, if you guys can kind of tell. I have so much glow from all the products that I put on my hand, it's hard to see this color, but it's just this really pretty kind of burnt red cheek. It is a beautiful people of color tone for this blush, and it is gorgeous. The shade of this one is Dora Berry. It surprised me, but this is a fantastic cream blush. I'm not even a cream blush wearer, but love this. And the other one that I have worn a lot, and it took me a while to start using this, and I think it's because I bought a lot of those cream products when I purchased the powder products, and so I was just sort of not ready for them yet. But then I started using it. This is the Westman Atelier, and I believe this is Petal. The shade of this one is Petal, and it is actually the blush that I have on today, and it is a pink blush, and this one is magnetic. Love that. The packaging is fantastic. And I'll show you in a second too the blush again, but it's a very creamy blush, and it is a pink blush. And again, it's the one that I am wearing all over my cheeks today. It looks like this. And this is sort of a high-end brand, and I love this. Who knew? What I've really loved about using the cream blushes is they sort of melt into your skin, and it doesn't look like you have makeup on. I mean, we know I have on makeup, but I just find that with the cream, I'm just finding that I can make it look seamless with my skin a little bit more than with powder products sometimes. So it's just kind of dewy, gives you that dewy appearance, and it just blends into your cheeks, and it's just beautiful. Very natural, and you could build this up if you wanted it to look like more significant than what I have on, but I just have really enjoyed it, and it's Petal, and I reach for that a lot. Okay, highlighter. So also by Westman Atelier, I bought it at the same time. I purchased this little mini, and this is Westman Atelier. It doesn't have the magnetic, it just clicks. And I actually think I like punctured a little hole in this. It's a lit up highlight stick, and this one is in the shade Brulee, and it's a little deeper in color, and I hope I can show you guys what this looks like. But it's like this bronze, maybe bronze shade, so it's a little deeper. And when you first apply this, like when I first got this, I thought, oh, this is not gonna be very spectacular, and I like blingier looking highlights, so I wasn't reaching for this a lot. I wasn't reaching for it a lot. I thought it wasn't gonna look all that significant. So then I just thought, this is, even though this is a mini, it's high-end brand, I bought this, you're gonna use this. So I started reaching for it more, and even by itself, it gives you this sort of wet cheek. So it's sort of deceiving. It's deceiving. You think it's not gonna really show up and be visible, but it actually is. So it's what I have on today, but I have another highlighter on top of it, and that's where this shines. Like, you can wear this by itself, but because of its creamy texture, it seems to give the powder highlight something to really cling to, so it gives me a more wet cheek by wearing this first and then applying the powder highlighter. So as you can see here, this is like a stunning glow. It's very seamless the way this applies and the way it allows your powder highlighter to apply. So I actually really like this, but I would say you only need to purchase the mini unless you just don't have a lot of products and you plan to just have this one thing. But the mini is plenty for me and anybody else who's a makeup lover. A mini is perfectly fine. Love that. And then the powder highlight that I have is this Bobbi Brown. This is highlighting powder in Pink Glow. And I also got this in a mini because, again, why do you need everything in a full size? And I kept looking at this in store and just always felt like I would like it. And I do. It's got that rose gold sort of look. It's not champagne gold like many of my highlighters are always champagne gold. It's not that. And looks a little different, but on the cheek it kind of gives that sort of white appearance on me. Very reflective. And I've just been reaching for that a lot. So that's how I have combined my cheek today, and I do that often, but I also wear both of those products by themselves as well. The lip that I'm wearing today, I think I've talked about these recently in favorites, so I apologize. I'm going to repeat this, but they're that good. And we have a Sephora sale coming up soon, so you may want to check these out if you like a glossy lip. But before I tell you about the lip liner that I continue to brag about as like my new favorite, my new #1 lip liner is this #5 lip liner by Victoria Beckham. And as you can tell, she's getting smaller and smaller every time that I talk about her. It looks like this. It is sort of just a perfect brown. It's the perfect brown for my complexion. It is not warm. It is a neutral brown and I love it. And it's not too deep. It's not like espresso in color. So it's the lip liner that I have on today. It is so good that like when you line your lips with this, long after the lipstick fades, you will see little remnants of the liner, which is wonderful. When I reapply lipstick throughout the day, I don't have to reline my lips because the lip liner just sort of stays. It just is there and I can just apply the lipstick and not worry about lip liner all the time. It's great. It's so easy to apply and I love the color. So I will definitely buy this again and again and again. And then the product that I have on my lip, the only thing I don't like about it is these little stickers on the bottom. There's little stickers on the bottom and the sticker on this one came off, and I think this one is peachy beige that I'm wearing. And these are the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump, and I have it in peachy beige. My favorite shade is Mixed Berries, and it's sort of like a pink, a mauvey pink color. And looks like this, that's Mixed Berries. And the one I'm wearing today is peachy beige. Okay, so like a neutral color. A little more nude, neutral. And then I also have worn quite a bit the honeysuckle shade, which is like a dark kind of berry wine shade, like my nails. Sort of like that shade. Perfect fall shade. I love these. I just love these. And if you wear them just with like your liner or with nothing and put them directly on your lips, you're going to get a little bit more of that plumping. But it's just a slight tingle. It is nothing unbearable. If you put it on top of lipstick, you're still going to feel it. But I notice that I feel it more when it's on my bare lips. But it's just a very comfortable pepperminty type of sensation, like not anything uncomfortable at all. Now that's just me and my normal lips. Like if you have super dry lips and cracked lips, I don't know what that's gonna feel like. I just have enjoyed them and I reach for them all the time, and I really need to buy them in other colors. You kind of pump it up with the bottom here, and I don't know when I'm gonna be on empty. So I feel like I need to get more just in case. Those are two of the things that I have on my lips right now. And then I topped everything after I applied that lip plumper. I topped everything with this Bobbi Brown. This is Crushed Oil Infused Gloss by Bobbi Brown. And I've talked about it before, but I'm going to tell you again. It's Bare Sparkle. Had not heard anybody talking about it. It's this kind of gloss that's got a little sticky feel. This particular one. I have another Bobbi Brown gloss that's not the sparkle, and it doesn't have any stickiness at all. But this one has a little bit of stickiness. So I prefer to wear this on top of something else. But on top of something else, it is stunning. It really adds a stunning shine to the lips and just magnifies whatever you have on your lips. And I think, guys, that's it. Finally. Even though I thought I didn't have a lot of favorites. There are lots of products that I have been using recently, and I'm actually getting ready to film my second video of the night, and I'm going to talk about some other favorites that I have been loving. But these are products that are tried and true and have been around for a while. I shopped my stash a little bit and just kind of fell in love with some products again and wanted to talk about it. Like, it doesn't matter that it came out a long time ago, I still love it. So be sure to check that one out. So thank you for joining me for today's video. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will respond. And if you've not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button before you leave. So I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next video. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy signing out.